Hi.
Hi.
Here we are.
Snapping for tests.
Yes, here we are.
Hey, friends.
Hi.
Hi.
How's it
How are you?
going?
Happy Thursday.
Yes.
Oh,
I just got the notification to watch you. We're live now.
Good. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, happy Thursday. What's new?
Thursday. Nothing.
Nada.
Yeah.
I did wash my hair today. Big day. Big day, guys.
Wow. That is a big day.
It looks good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm now using Olaplex.
It's so funny you say that because, when I just got my hair platinum and she suggested using that. So, it's healthier. So I've never used that before.
It's supposed to, I got like all three, like the treatment and then the shampoo and the conditioner. And it's supposed to like infuse protein in your hair. So if you have like straw hair like me, it's supposed to fix it.
I don't think you have straw. I don't think you have straw hair.
There's a lot of Spanx, Lycra, illusions, oil, greases. It's all an illusion.
Well, it looks great.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
Okay, well this is nice. There's 111 people here. That's pretty awesome.
Wow. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Yeah, let's say some hellos. Let's see. Okay, Kim, should I do Romper Room?
Yes.
Doing that.
I don't know if I'm doing it right. I need to actually watch an episode, but Kim McConnell. Wait, I don't know. Now I'm nervous. I feel pressure. Kim McConnell, Lauren Boyles, Agnieszka Piatska-Vesk, Lauren Boyles, Kim McConnell again. So that's too many of the same names. It's not enough variety. With Bonnie Nomenson, Jane Saratsky, Special 2, Madonna Rubalanen.
I love
Madonna
it. Mm-hmm.
is here. That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough of Romper Room.
It's never enough. What do you mean?
It's never enough. I didn't actually know that Romper Room. See, that's not. I've heard of, what is the catchphrase? It's like rumper bumper boo, or what is it?
I have no idea.
No, I'm a Sesame Street child, not a.
I am. Apparently, Romper Room started. Wait, were you the one who told me this, Sarah? It started in the 50s. No, someone else told me. It started in the 50s and then went through to like the 90s.
The 90s? Then why don't I know about it? I mean, I know what it is. I just never watched it.
Well,
I think feel like I watched it, but I don't remember it.
I think its heyday was like, maybe the 70s or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But right. But apparently it was a thing that I didn't know. Like, it traveled around and then the kids would all join in and you'd be in an audience and they'd call your name out and then you'd feel like you were part of the show.
Was it a cult?
Yeah, I think it was. Yes.
Was it?
Then I'm interested.
I don't probably. It probably was a cult. No, and I had a couple subscribers write and say that they were in Romper Room. They were one of the kids in the audience. It's kind of fun. Anyway, Romper Room.
All right.
Scrolling back down. Tyler's our moderator, Sarah's husband.
Thank you, Tyler.
Thank you.
You hear them?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're here to talk about the vow.
Again.
That's what we're going to talk about, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We're digging in. But first,
I told
the last Mishbender, what are you snacking on, Miss Snackies?
Oh, this is an oldie but goodie, but my Who chocolate covered almonds.
Oh yes, I love that they're called hunks.
Yes,
I love that.
Hunks, and I have a delicious mango seltzer.
Ooh,
that does sound good. Yes. Well, I forgot to announce you guys. If you don't know who these people are, this is The person in the middle is Michele Wang. I mean, she doesn't need to be announced, but okay. Better Off Red. Over to the whatever. The right. She's on the right. That's right. There she is. And we do this like kind of every other week, right? We get together and we just have fun and chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are very good. These are very good. Sorry, someone was asking. Lauren Boyles was asking, is that good, Michelle? They're really good. They're very satisfying. Yeah. And not too bad for you.
Oh, sweet Kim McConnell says she's wearing Goblin merch. Thanks, girl.
Oh,
I'm wearing Glitter Fallout merch. The cat is on fire.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, and what is anyone okay? So Michelle shared what she's eating and drinking. Do you have anything, Sarah?
Oh, sorry. I'm like messing with my phone over here. I am enjoying a cola and bourbon.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I do enjoy a cola with an alcoholic beverage in it, but I never think to do that. But it is refreshing.
Mm-hmm. You forget about how delicious it is.
Yeah.
But it is. What do you have, ma'am?
That reminds me of college, like a rum or like a Malibu and Coke.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
I could get down with that, right? I could probably have a Malibu like in a Diet Coke. I could do it, Mabes.
I feel
Michelle's
like instant nausea when you say Malibu. I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, so sweet.
I started to pour myself just like a little nip of bourbon, and then I was like, you know what? There's Coke Zero on the counter. I'm gonna have some.
Oh, Coke Zero is better. That's right, because absolutely.
What are you drinking, ma'am?
Oh yeah, I'm drinking drinking the same thing I pretty much have always been drinking the last few weeks. But this is, what the hell is this? Hendrick's and watermelon seltzer.
Refreshing.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It mostly just tastes like gin. That's okay. Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
What are people saying? Michelle, are you looking at the chat? What's happening? Anything interesting?
There's a new good jobber.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, is that what the green is? Oh, neat.
Oh, cool. Even curiouser. I love that handle. Welcome. Cheers.
I think people are just talking about what they enjoy with Coke in terms of an alcohol.
Oh, okay.
I mean, everything.
Yeah.
You can put it with anything.
Yeah, rum and Coke seems to be very popular in the chat.
The official name of cola and rum, says Mrs. Unnecessary, is Cuba Libre. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Okay.
A very popular drink that my friends from Long Island and I would make fun of, because all the Long Island girls would want a Jack and Diet.
Jack and Diet.
Jack and Diet. That's what they would order at the bar. They would want a Jack and Diet.
Oh wow, that does sound like New Jersey. Or did you say New Jersey?
Long Island.
Long Island. Okay, sorry. Excuse me. Michelle, it's so funny because occasionally you're like, I forget what that's called in dialects, but it's like it's like called dentalization or something, where you do the z thing, and you do that. It pops out sometimes, just like very subtly.
Yeah.
Pops out.
Diet.
Yeah.
Diet.
Oh, I know, because when I was in dialects class in college, we had to do a whole section on that dialect, and the monologue we had to do was from My Cousin Vinny, which was Marissa Tomei's monologue, where she's like, the deer. I saw the deer. I don't know what the hell she says, but it's like, it's great. Go watch My Cousin Vinny. It's the best.
Oh, so good. So good.
But you never had that heavy an accent, right? Like that heavy?
Like I can turn it on, but no, not as like a regular thing. It's just when I get together with my friends in New York, it devolves. And then, when I used to drink, by the end of the night, we were, Jack and dieting.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I think I saw that it was Robin's birthday. So happy birthday to Robin Spencer.
It's a birthday.
Nice. Oh, she's 60. Wow, nice. That's a big one.
That's a big one. Yay.
Yes. 60 is the new 40. Woohoo. Okay.
My
Okay.
Sassy Red. My biological clock is ticking.
Like this. She's like stomping on the ground. Oh my god.
Who?
Marissa Tomei and Michael.
Oh, that's a line from the movie. I'm like,
Yes.
what are you talking about?
Yes. God, I wish I could
Like
remember.
this.
So good. Joe Pesci. I love Joe Pesci.
I know, he's so good.
Oh, he's the best. River Barra says, I'm drinking a vanilla egg cream. My 17-year-old made it for me. What?
Yo, that's the best age. Like between like 13 to 19. That's like primo drink making learning times. They're all bartenders.
Okay. Wow.
And very heavy with the alcohol.
Yes.
That's amazing. I didn't know that. Maybe I should reconsider. Just kidding. Having kids. Just kidding.
Just buy one on Wayfair.
Tyler said just buy one on Wayfair.
Oh, a
What did
child?
you
Or...
Yeah, a child. So funny, your human trafficking jokes.
that whole controversy, like I don't even understand that whole Wayfair thing. I think we need to save that for another live stream.
I honestly
I
don't know what you're talking about, and that makes me feel really what are you talking Wayfair?
Yeah, like the
sell furniture. And so they had all of a sudden all of these postings online of like really big like cabinets, but then they would be named like missing children names, right?
yeah.
And be for like $25,000 or something.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know about this at all. I don't know.
It was very, very weird. And Wayfair was like, no, nothing's going on here. Like they just were like, it's fine. I don't even know what happened. I don't even know the details, but that was what I saw.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a little odd. It's kind of along the lines of like Pizzagate, sort of. So like maybe there's not really any merit to it, but it's weird. It's weird.
Bella 2020 said they debunked it. I mean, I don't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's move on then.
Yeah.
Sorry that I have to do this for a brief second, but I'm always the one who has the sound issues because I'm not as technologically evolved as Sarah and Michelle. So can you guys can you hear me okay? Am I coming in? Can you hear me? Give me a sign.
Give me a sign.
Talk to me.
If you can hear, let's see those ear emojis.
Yeah, exactly.
They're there for a reason.
Oh my God, people are involved in the conversation. They're not hey, somebody. Whoa.
We're talking about the conspiracy. Oh yes.
Oh, Lauren. We can always
Okay,
count on
You're
Lauren.
fine.
Okay. Everyone's like, you're fine. Shut up. Move on.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank
Nobody
you.
has ear emojis. Thanks for nothing.
You sound far, far away. Okay. See, now there's always one person. Everyone's like, you're great. And then they're like, no, I don't know what to do. Does this help if I speak into it like this?
You're louder.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I see ears. Lots of ears. I love it.
All right. Whatever. It is what it is. Here we go. Thank you.
Okay.
I sound muffled. It's because I don't have the good equipment. It's okay. I'll work on it. Okay, so we're all caught up on The Vow. Season 1, there's only one season. So episode 5 is what's out now. There are going to be 9 episodes total. Have we all watched? How are we feeling? Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I'm feeling dirtier and dirtier the more I watch. Like,
I mean,
Yeah.
we've kind of had this conversation before amongst us, but it's like there's so much information that when you're watching it, they're really needling in these points. And at a certain point, you're kind of like, yeah, okay, we get it. Move on. But they just keep needling it in. And then they drop some bomb about like being branded. And you're like, what? Rewind what?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I feel like they'll just drop these bombs randomly, and then like it'll take a couple episodes and then they'll get into it. Because I feel like in this last episode, they just dropped the bomb of like, apparently Keith has all these babies running around now. Like, oh yeah, she was pregnant, and this one, but they're not really kind of like talking about it. Like, did they have the baby? How are the baby? Like, they didn't get into it. They were just like, oh yeah, she was pregnant. And it was like, wait, what?
Yeah, they're not going into the details.
Yeah.
it's odd the way that they're framing this stuff, but okay, so everybody knows what we're talking about, right? The Vow, Keith Raniere, Nexium. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
This is a podcast about it. Okay.
Okay, so here's the deal. If you're here and you don't know what we're talking about, I am so sorry, but I would like to let everyone know that last night on my live stream, and if you weren't there, that's cool. I was like, we're talking about The Vow. If you haven't seen The Vow, don't come. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Because because we're gonna get in there. That's what we're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Did you notice my name today?
Bam.
Oh my God,
Yep.
we should have all done that. I should have been a slave.
Oh.
I could have been Master Mishi.
Yes.
I was trying to think of what's the name that they call Nancy?
I'm
Because
sorry.
Keith is Vanguard and Nancy is something.
Right. Oh, Nancy. Hate Nancy.
I was trying to find it because I was going to choose that one, but
God, we can't get, not too fast, too soon, but I've got a lot to say about Nance.
Nancy and her no teeth smiles.
I'm gonna change my name.
You're going to, can you change your name?
Yeah, I did. Can you see it?
Oh, yeah. How'd you do? Can you just click on, you just like push?
I clicked on the 3 dots by my thumbnail at the bottom.
Oh,
And so
okay.
yeah.
What should
Sorry,
I
guys.
call myself?
Slave the Great.
Okay, it makes me nervous because I'm clicking on the 3 dots, but I only see, it says remove from stream, solo layout, mute, and then my name's at the top. Do I click my name?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay,
See,
never mind.
It has
Oh,
edit.
prefect. Kate, you should be prefect.
Prefect.
Okay, wait. Okay, listen, I feel like if I do something, it's going to cancel the whole live stream, so I'm not doing it.
Oh shit. Well,
It's okay.
We can't have that.
next
No.
time.
Next time.
Prefect Kate. Damn it. I want to do it though. I really do. What is it? Wait, I'm sorry, what's a prefect?
Prefect is what Nancy was called.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nancy. Right. That's like another word for a headmaster.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Because she was like in charge of like the education.
Right.
She was like the dean.
She's the worst. They're all the worst, but yeah. So Devin Kirk, I'm just going to read a random comment. Devin Kirk said, Keith is gross. I don't understand what the appeal is. Spending all that money to improve myself or feel better about myself would stress me out too much. Fair.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
fair. I don't understand how he was drawn in all these girls. He's not attractive.
Not at all.
No. Well, I've really been, because I watched it twice over. Okay. I watched the series twice. And except for the last 30 minutes of the last episode. So that's going to be a little hazy. But Keith has that, I don't think he's bad looking. I mean, he's, shorter and he's got feathered hair. So there's those things.
There's that.
But he's not like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. He's he's not
Average. He's average.
He's not. I mean, the sweatband and the volleyball and I just don't. It's not.
Well, no, that's bad. That's
It's
really bad.
If he looked like young Marlon Brando, or if he looked like anyone else.
But they never do. I mean, the thing about him was that he was so when he is. Okay, I'm going to get specific. When he is having that conversation with Alison Mack.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Allison.
Don't start on Alison Mack. And she is when they first meet, and she is Google McGoogly eyes, just discovering herself. He's telling her. He's telling her that art doesn't matter. And she's basically a slave to art, and art is, I don't know. I don't even know what he says, but it's such a mind fuck. And I'm like, wow, he's just he's an amazing manipulator, and he's so convincing because he doesn't even stop for a second There's no moment with him where you're like, oh, maybe he hasn't figured this out. Everything is just like kind of, he's got those glassy, like kind of deer in the headlights eyes, but it never looks like he's questioning anything. He's like, yes, talk more. I have the answer. And I feel like that's attractive to certain people, not all people. Obviously, it's attracted to these women because they were like mad for it.
Do you notice that he never closes his mouth? Always kind of open. He's like,
yeah. Yeah.
That grosses me out. Like when someone doesn't close their mouth, I'm like,
me
gross.
too. That's actually like a big pet peeve of mine. That and longish hair.
Yeah.
I mean, some people can work that look. I'm here for it.
Patricia Goodwin said narcissists are charmers. And that's what I'm saying. Like, he might not have been tall or handsome or whatever, but like he just really was, I think, charismatic in a weird way. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess that's the point, right? Like all of these cult leaders, like you were just saying, it's like there's always something about them. It's not like they're movie star good looking. Right. But there's just something about them. It's like they just know how to like hone in on that one thing that you want to hear, whatever that is. And for I think Allie Mack, it was the whole like questioning everything that she was doing, and I think her life, and she was like at a point, like at a crossroads, and he was like, yeah, like I totally agree with you, you know, like that whole thing, and she just fell to pieces.
But what's weird about that conversation, I do agree with you, but like I feel like she was so lost, but I got the sense that she really, it wasn't like she was down and out in terms of her, like she had, you know, she was on a TV show, you know, she had some success. Mm-hmm. And I didn't feel like she was going to him and being like, God, I just don't want to be an artist anymore. I feel like this is why I'm being held back. I feel like he kind of said that to her, like, this is holding you back. And then she like almost kind of she was upset. She was like, well, I'm having a problem with that. And she's like starting to cry. And he's like, why are you feeling emotions? What's that about? And then she like, you know, it's just the worst.
Have you noticed that they do this thing whenever they're talking to someone where they're like, I've done it too. I felt this way too. Like they personally relate to get the other person to trust them and feel like, oh, somebody's already traveled this path before. They're trying to help me avoid pain or whatever.
Yeah, it's a sales technique for sure.
So when I was doing some Nexium research for our notes for tonight's discussion, I went down a GD rabbit hole. Okay, it's long and it's windy, but like here's the beef on Keith, aka Vanguard.
Okay? Yes, tell us.
He founded before Nexium. Okay, he founded a company called Consumers Byline Incorporated in 1990. It was shut down in 1993 because it was investigated by 20 states, and the state of New York took him to task and made him sign a consent order permanently barring him from, quote, promoting, offering, or granting participation in a chain distribution scheme, and he had to pay a $40,000 fine. So he had a pyramid scheme, and they were like, pyramid schemes, no, not allowed. Not allowed. You are barred for forever pyramid schemes. And then what does he do? 3 years later, he founded National Health Network, a multi-level vitamin selling company. That went bust in 1999, and then he founded Nexium with Nancy Salzman in 1998. Pyramid scheme about self-improvement.
He's just a professional piece of shit, basically.
He was, and you know the thing that's really fascinating about him is that it wasn't just women. I mean, obviously, like he only wanted to sleep with the women because that was his preference. But like the men were in love with him too. Like Nippy, lurved him. Mark lurved him. Yep. And they were like obsessed with him. They wanted to like suck all his knowledge out of his noggin. Like that was just. It's really interesting.
They're watching all the girls flock to him, and perhaps in their view they didn't realize maybe some of that attraction for the women, but you know they're maybe admiring that and probably feeling it themselves too. human, I guess, to be engaged by somebody's charisma or whatever, even though, you know what, maybe in person he's like a fucking magnet, bro. Like maybe he's like.
Are you saying it's not translating on camera? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe that's it. I'm gonna give him the lot of benefit of the doubt there, because I don't get it. Also, I'm immune to people like that.
Yeah.
I feel like I am too.
I'm in fact suspicious and put off by people like that. I'm like,
people like what? What does that mean?
People that are like overly engaging. Is that weird?
Like they ask too many questions?
Yeah, I'm like, I get real suspicious. Like, why are you trying to be my friend so bad? Why are you so obsessed with me?
Yeah, and like kind of like the self-helpiness of it all.
Oh, I hate that. Hate it.
Yeah, well, why do you feel that way? I'd be like, I don't know. Get out of my face. You know, like it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, unless you're paying someone for you know, they're your therapist, don't do that.
Right.
Don't do that.
Maybe he smells good.
You know, maybe he does.
I mean, I will say, as much as I don't appreciate the style of his hair, it lays very well. I mean, it has a nice thickness to it.
The quality of his hair is nice.
It's nice.
I do enjoy his glasses, and I enjoy his styling. It's very clean and fresh.
Yeah,
Okay.
like just like isn't his okay? So I'm picturing, I've seen him wear polos, right?
Maybe I mean in like the interviews where he's wearing like a sweater with like a shirt underneath.
Okay.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, he looks okay, but
Tyler coming in with the truth. Eggplant emoji. Maybe that's it.
That's got to be. I mean, yeah, that might be it. I was gonna scroll back up here. Oh, I can't find it. Forget about it. I think it was, I don't know who it was, but they're like, are MLMs cults? Like, is an MLM a cult?
100%. 100%. Like if part of your goal, like you cannot succeed in the company unless you have then roped in other people to make money that you get a cut of.
Mm-hmm.
Call your dad. You're in a cult.
Yeah. No, Leslie Mills. He looks creepy as fuck. No, Kate. Okay, listen. I'm not saying I'm into Keith Raniere. Okay, so just stop it, Leslie. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that, you know, I don't think that he's grotesque. Like, just upon first glance, I wouldn't be like, oh, what a grotesque man. Just saying. Just trying to be fair here. But he himself, who he is grotesque.
Can we talk about Nancy Salzman?
I'll talk about Nancy all day.
How much you love her smiling.
Nancy Salzman does one of the things that I hate the most in life, which is someone who can't stop smiling, even when it's not appropriate. It's just like, and she's just got those, just like when she's at the meeting with the Dalai Lama. I just watched this, so it's fresh in my mind. And
I have some intel on that too, but please continue.
Oh, I can't wait. Well, when the Dalai Lama is basically like dragging them at first, and you can't really tell he's dragging them because there's a huge language barrier, so it's a little bit touch and go, and you can tell they're trying to be like, is he saying something good or bad? Like, I can't really tell what he's saying, and then they're like, oh shit, and and he's saying something about like how there's something ugly underneath, but there's a pretty exterior. Rotten. And Nancy's like, she like turns around and she like looks at other lady, and then the other girl is like thrown off. She's like, like kind of like uncomfortable, and then she like turns back to the Dalai Lama. She's like,
and Keith is just sitting there like,
yes, and then there's all these amazing like office, like it's the office, like it pans to like the Dalai Lama's like his panel of people. I don't know what's happening, but they're totally skeptical of them.
And then they cut to Jim Halpert at his desk, and he's just like,
it's pretty amazing. That whole, like, it's worth a second watch, that whole meeting. It's pretty bad.
Nancy's face is just, it's so maniacal. It's so insane.
Yeah.
Like, what's happening? Why are you doing that? That's not natural.
So I got the dirt on that meeting with the Dalai Lama.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So they wanted to meet with the Dalai Lama, right, to legitimize their group and get the Dalai Lama pretty much to like endorse them.
Yes.
You know, that they're legit. So Sarah Bronfman,
The
right?
Seagram
The Seagrams people, right? They were bankrolling Nexium since they joined in 2003. So that's why they were taking a GD private jet to go meet the Dalai Lama, et cetera, et cetera. But it was revealed that Sarah of the Seagrams people, had a 2009 sexual relationship with Lama Tenzin Dondan, who's the Dalai Lama's gatekeeper. And that's how they got the meeting. She was fucking his assistant.
Oh my God.
And he was a monk that had taken a vow of celibacy.
Oh no.
Wow.
Yeah, predators. They will stop at nothing. She
Wow.
lured him with that wop.
Wow. With that branded vagina.
Yeah. Wow. That's intense, Sarah. You're getting that. You have the goods. No kidding.
Yeah. Amazing.
Okay. Unpopular opinion, but like I've again watched it twice, and I really don't feel. I'm shading the Dalai Lama a little bit because he so immediately switches, like changes his mind. He's like, that's convincing. And then he like walks out, and you can tell his I'm just going to call them his panel, are all like, wait, what? Like they're upset. They're also trying to get him to realize, no, this is not good. And then he kind of says, the Dalai Lama says something about Keith, like, see, he looks convincing or something like that. He looks innocent. That's what he said. He looks innocent. And then it pans to the panel, and the guy's like, he looks human. Yes, he looks human. And I was like, that is the shadiest, most best thing I've ever heard in my entire life. He looks human. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's human.
I mean, I wonder though, with like the language barrier, I wonder what the Dalai Lama was actually trying to say, because I think what he was saying was, the shit is underneath. It's like he looks innocent, but this isn't, I think, was his point. I don't know. Maybe I interpreted that wrong.
Well, he did say that. I agree with you, but I felt like at the end he kind of said, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought he kind of said they just have to prove themselves. But I don't know. Yeah, maybe you're right. It just ended very abruptly.
It did end very abruptly. I mean, I think it ended with him just being like, not now, like you guys need to clean your house, basically. And then he walked away. And then that's when Keith and his minions are like walking down that path, and he's like, I'm going to write him a letter.
So someone in the comments, sorry I missed your name, but somebody in the comments said, how did I know this? How did I know this Dalai Lama sex information? And it's not the Dalai Lama, it was his assistant. It's from the TibetanJournal.com. Okay, so it was not the Inquirer, I promise.
Who asked? Some teeth. Where was that? I didn't see that. Okay. Yeah, so okay, so Michelle, you just mentioned that amazing clip of him. That whole section is so, it's like you're watching a sketch comedy almost.
Yes. You can hear like
yes, it's like a Christopher Guest movie, and he's walking away, and he's like, I have, like, basically he's saying I could help the Dalai Lama sort of bridge the gap between like China and Tibet if he'd only allow me, right? Isn't that what he's saying? Like, if he'd just let me, but he's not ready for me.
Yeah. That's what he was trying to say.
And he's just like, the shot of like him awkwardly like walking from the back, just like his like
with his like, stupid white scarf.
Yeah, just, and his arms
were wearing that stupid white scarf.
Oh, it's one of the, what are those things?
Vanguard level. Okay, prefect.
Vanguards.
Okay.
Vanguards.
I'm like, it looks so shitty.
Oh,
Oh God.
It's really something.
Oh my God, Devin Kirk. I met the Dalai Lama, but not via the heartburn medicine cult.
Oh, Nexium. I know that's what I always associated with is.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's you. Wow, you met the Dalai Lama. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we covered Nancy and her. Well, I'm waiting for more on Nancy. I can't wait to hear more about because that's got to be rough. Whatever's going to come out.
Yeah.
Right. So spoiler alert, like we already know, like they went down in fiery flames. We've not seen it on the vow yet, but you can just read about it. So we all know Keith, and we can get into this at the end if you want to, all of the charges.
Love it.
And he's in prison. But Nancy was also charged. A lot of people in the inner leadership ring. So Nancy, Alison Mack, we'll get to her craziness. She was also charged. They pled out. So Nancy pled guilty to racketeering.
Right. I did read that. Mm-hmm.
Probably in an effort to get away from the super heavy charges. Like you could get life for some of these charges because there's like human trafficking. Spoiler.
Great.
So Nancy pled out. So she, I don't know if she's got a sentence yet.
Oh, sorry. I hope she does.
A lot of people.
I don't think they have their
sentenced yet.
Yeah, I think they're all like under house arrest.
Yeah, I can't wait. Yes, we're gonna bash Lauren in just a second, Lauren. Don't you worry.
Nancy Salzman pled guilty to racketeering criminal conspiracy. Lauren, her daughter, who was in a gross relationship with Keith, pled guilty to racketeering and racketeering conspiracy. Yeah, so a lot of people pled out. A lot of people.
Do we think that Nancy, she had to, obviously she knew that her daughter was in this relationship with Keith. Do you think she knew the whole time?
Wasn't she in a relationship with Keith too? Everyone was.
Nancy was?
Wasn't she?
I don't know. I don't know about Nancy, but I would say she must have known that Lauren was in a relationship with Keith, and she probably urged her on.
Yeah.
Wow. That's just really, I mean, I don't know why it's just, yeah. Wow.
Okay. It was Keith and 5 other people that were charged. So Keith, Nancy, Lauren, Claire Bronfman from the Seagrams people, and a bookkeeper. And everybody except for Keith pled out. Yeah.
Okay, so, and I can tell that's the thing about him too. Like when I was watching the camera on his eyes, he really, when he's talking to Alison Mack in that scene when they first meet, he really, I can tell that he believes every word he's saying. Like I really believe, I don't think he thinks he's like pulling anything over anyone's eyes, or like, I really think he believes wholeheartedly in everything he's saying. It looks like that.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine so. I think that's the only way you can really create such a huge cult, you know? You really believe your own shit.
Smoke that own shit, man.
Smoking it.
When I was reading about Keith, he started exhibiting these kind of characteristics at very early age, like 12 and 13. Like, he had a lot of little girlfriends, and he was on the phone every night with like 10 different girlfriends, not at once, but like in a sequence. And he would be heard on the phone telling each of them, "You're the most special person in my life. I'm in love with you." Da da da. So he was he's been doing this like his whole life.
Wait, when he was little, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, when he was young.
Wow.
And that really takes a lot. That really says a lot right there, because you yourself have to believe that you're coveted. You have to believe that you bestowing that upon someone else is just like the end all be all.
Yeah.
Like that's gross. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Must be nice to be an average, like a mediocre white dude, right?
God, even in his mugshot, his mouth is open.
He's actually not. He's actually not technically mediocre, because I know he actually is very smart. So he's not technically mediocre.
Yeah, it's something about his upper lip, Sarah, that's always just kind of like, almost like it falls. It just
well, doesn't he kind of have he's got this going on, like a nose that's a little bit One of these.
Yeah,
A little bit?
A little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it pulls on that top lip.
Yeah, it pulls it up, and then, but he's got that mustache that kind of covers. Yeah.
Oh, Keith.
Ooh.
And he's got like the David Koresh hair. It's like you have to have that if you're cult leader.
It's a must.
It's a must.
It is a must.
It's a must.
Flowing and full of body.
Adrian Tulp, you should listen to the podcast Network Cults series on Nexium. Oh, okay.
You know who I'm hoping does a series on this, and maybe they won't, but Last Podcast on the Left, Pod on the Left, they do these like super intricate breakdowns like they did the Church of Latter-day Saints. Sorry, no, we know fun. But like then they do like super deep dives and like all that stuff, and it's just like, oh my god, please do Nexium.
Yeah, no, that's a cult too. I'll say it. It's on my channel. I'll say it. That's a cult. Sarah, I love the shoulder shrug.
Oh my god, Leslie Knows was saying, but when he got busted, they found him in a closet in Mexico.
They did. Okay, so in 2017, when the New York Times article finally got published, because we're watching The Vow, and in the last episode, they're like teasing this. Like they know that the article's coming out. It's going to be a fucking bombshell. When it finally got published, Keith and that inner circle, they fled to Mexico because remember they've got people in Mexico, hot little people in Mexico. So they went to, let me consult my notes. They went to Puerto Vallarta. Okay, and they were in like a luxury villa, and they were arrested by Mexican authorities. And Lauren Salzman, apparently she flips. Okay. Spoiler. She later recalled that the arrest interfered with a planned group sex session.
Oh.
And Keith hid in the closet. What a punk.
Ew.
Wow, you
Can't
have
wait
all the details.
for us to get there. Teresa Gutierrez. Hola, señoritas. In my best New York accent.
Let me just say, let me go back for a second. Disclaimer. We're talking about the Church of Latter-day Saints. I just like to say I have had so many, I can't tell you how many best friends of mine have been Mormons. And they are the nicest people. I love Mormons. My dad was raised Mormon. Don't you come for me. Oh, God. Don't do it. I love Mormons. So back it up. All right. So, wow. Well, we have to get into Lauren because surely there's no one to hate more than Keith Raniere, right? Like we know Raniere. I don't know how to fully say his name, but like Lauren just, I hate her so much.
So she's the one who never had a boyfriend in 23 years because Keith was promising her a baby every 6 months.
Oh, God. That was so weird. I was like, wait, why? What? Like every 6 months? I'm like, that's such a strange pace. So all of that was so weird.
Yeah, weird.
You know.
She flips. I can't wait.
Of course she does, because she's weak.
Does she never end up getting pregnant?
No. Conspiracy. Keith, was he shooting blanks? Well, no, because he had other kids.
Women pregnant, so maybe she had some issues. Okay.
I also just feel like, not to be petty, but can we talk about those eyebrows?
Lauren? Now I have to look.
Yes, you do. It's not okay.
Judging.
This is a beauty channel, so.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Listen, there's no excuse for bad eyebrows. You just draw them on. Case in point. Okay?
Whoa.
Yeah,
you just draw them on. Just draw them on.
Yeah, it's like but that was like, yeah.
I'm saying that they're fixable, so there's no excuse.
Of course
if
they're
your eyebrows
fixable.
suck, then I'm judging you.
Well,
they're very, and very, I'm confused by the shape, actually.
yeah, it's not good. It's not a good shape.
Yeah. It's like a comma. It looks like punctuation on her face.
Yeah. Yeah. And I wonder, because it looks really sparse at the end, I'm really reaching here, but I wonder if like her hair just started falling out when they were like starving themselves. Because doesn't it look weird at the end? It just looks not weird. I mean, it looks like patchy and like nothingness. Like the tails are like nothingness.
It's over tweezed, certainly.
Yes.
I'm trying to see her age because maybe she just like was like a lot of us that we just over tweezed our brows in the 90s.
But I mean, it was some of these videos are from like 2000 what, like 16 or something.
Yeah.
Same with some people like irreversibly jack their brows.
Yeah.
I hear that a lot.
Well.
Yeah, I mean, I tweezed my brows to like nothing. Thank God they grew back, but
Yeah, yours look good.
oh God, I wouldn't go that far. But thank you.
They look
I
good to
would
me.
pay $1 million to see what Michelle looked like in the 90s.
Oh, wow, just really stank. A lot of cigarettes, no eyebrows.
Michelle, you need to do a whole like walking down memory lane video. People would die.
They would die. I bet you looked like the fucking cover of Adelia's magazine.
I don't know. I just look pissed. I was just pissed all the time.
But I feel like more goth, right? Like more, maybe
boots in a dress and
I don't know about
smoking.
Just a lot of smoking. I also wore Doc Martens. I had a pair of 9 holes.
I have some right here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go get them. 1 second. I'm gonna get them.
Okay.
Kate's gonna be Michelle for Halloween.
Just pissed and angry.
See, I got these. They have like the flower interior.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So fun.
Yeah.
I never wear them. I should wear them. Anyway.
For all 4 years at NYU, that's all I wore. Were those docs.
God, how amazing is that? Like just you, NYU, some combat boots, some cigarettes.
In 1991.
Oh my God. That's amazing. Amazing. Well, the thing, and I think maybe we kind of said this before on whoever else's channel we did this prior, but the thing that I really hate Lauren for most of all is the fact that she was a woman and she did this to other women.
Yeah.
That's what's detestable. Like like Keith, you know, I hope he, you know, dies like a pig in hell, but you know,
But yeah, there's something even more insidious about like the woman on woman hate crime.
Yeah. That's messed up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like, well, who can you trust if you can't trust another woman?
Right.
And they'd already been conditioned to like value these sorts of relationships because that was all part of like these modules that they're teaching people like how to have relationships with other adults. And it's like, dude, you need people to teach you that? I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Well, and you know, you have to like, I mean, I don't want to get too in the weeds about it and give any credit where it's not due, but like, I feel like obviously she's pretty fucked up from her mom, right? Like that's her mom.
Yeah.
So there's that. I don't know. That's not cool.
Right. Jennifer Bowen, she betrayed the sisterhood. Exactly.
How dare she? Gender traitor.
Yeah. Right. Yep. Well, okay, so I have to tell you, last night I rewatched that. The best episode of all is episode 3 so far, in my opinion. Episode 3 is where Nippy, terrible name. Let's just say it.
Terrible name.
What is happening? Like so Sarah, you said that is Anthony? Yeah, his name is Anthony. Anthony Amos. And I don't know, they didn't say this, but we can surmise that maybe when he was a child he couldn't say Anthony and it turned into Nippy.
Okay. I mean, here's the deal. He was good looking enough. He was like an actor, so I guess it all worked out and it was fine. But I mean,
he's Ivy League, girl. Ivy League quarterback.
And he was an actor, right?
Mm-hmm. He's total package. Now I would understand if everybody was going after Nippy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. So he's the best person in the series, and he wins all the awards because he's the only person who was willing to throw down, and because everyone else is soft pedaling it. Like even Mark and Sarah are like, quiet and calm. And that phone conversation, or sorry, it's not a phone conversation, that recorded conversation he has with Lauren, where he's like, what the fuck, Lauren? Like, there's a brand of Keith's name above my wife's crotch. And she's like, I will never get over it.
She's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, she's like, yeah. And then he says, wait, I actually wrote it down. Damn it. It's on my phone, so I can't look at it. But she's like, well, you don't understand. And he's like, I don't want to understand. And she's like, why? What if you're wrong? And he said, what if you're wrong?
Yes. Yeah.
And then she has nothing to say.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
And he's like, and then he kind of throws in her face, like, you're going to use this issue about my anger. Don't even bother. Like, this is my wife and my child. I'm out. Like, I'm just like, oh my God, this is, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the only one. All the other ones, they're just like, okay, well, bye. Just like end the call. It's so weird. They never like get into it.
Yeah, well, they say that. Yeah. They kind of touch on that a little bit in the last episode where they were drilled into them to take what was the word they used? Like the noble position of not responding. Don't react, don't respond. It's the noble thing to do. So like when people want to start shitting all over it, they're just like.
Right.
Numb.
Well, and they just, sorry. No, I was just going to say that's sort of like, and I know this is kind of a therapy thing, but like it always, and I felt this way when I worked at Lululemon, which I have made this correlation because of Landmark Forum and their association with Landmark Forum, which is basically the same thing as Nexium. But it's this thing where you don't speak. You just let someone, you don't speak and you just let someone talk. And if you don't speak long enough, someone will get nervous and just verbal vomit everything for you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a technique.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it works because I feel like I'm susceptible to it sometimes because I'm a really responsive person. So if someone's not saying anything, I feel like I have to make things less awkward. So I'll talk.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's the mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I have to say I'm guilty of doing this sometimes at work. When people will call me for whatever they're calling me for, I just let them talk. You know, and a lot of times they're like fishing for stuff that I can't share with them, whatever it is.
Right.
But the person who's not talking is the one that has the power.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly right.
Oh. Someone commented, hang on, I think I lost it.
I'm looking at some comments too.
It was about who's recording, who's doing all the recording.
That's a good comment.
Shit, sorry, I'm missing it. But someone's like, who's recording? Who's doing all the recording? So you have to remember, like, one of the super senior people in the organization at that time, when everything was cool, was Mark Vicente, right? And he's a documentary filmmaker. So, of course, Keith was leveraging that skill set to his advantage and Nexium's advantage, that they were recording everything so that they could use it in promotional materials and eventually, like, whatever it is that they needed. So, like, kudos, I guess, to Mark for retaining ownership of all that footage, I'm sure, because, like, how else would it have gotten out? I don't know. They don't say that. Maybe they will later, but but that's why. And Mark, as a documentary filmmaker, knew record everything. And then when stuff started to get really weird and squirrely, he started telling other people to record everything too. So
yeah, so that makes a lot of sense. I feel like sometimes, especially in the later episodes with Michelle, what's the name of the one from Dynasty?
Catherine Oxenberg?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. And her daughter,
India, yes. So I feel like, you know, some of the filming of that feels a little contrived at times. I do feel like when Michelle, I think you brought this up when we were talking earlier, but where Sarah wants to show her brand.
Oh, yeah, that was so awkward.
Weird.
So weird, and yeah.
But, you know, this was in episode 4, right? So it was right after her kind of recalling the experience of getting the brand. And I think deep down, I think she's still really proud of it in a weird way. And she just wanted to, because she was like, do you want to see it? It wasn't even like, do you want to see it? Like, just out of curiosity. She was like pulling her pants down before I think Catherine Oxenberg even was like, okay. And Nippy was like, no, okay, we're doing this.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He was upset. He didn't want it to happen. I don't know. I just feel like she's still deep down, like really proud of that. Weird.
I got that too. It's like a look, I'm legit.
Mm-hmm.
I endured this. I did this.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. And like, oh, sorry.
No, I was just going to go back to India because I feel like her story progressed a little bit in this last episode, but I can't remember where it ended. Like, was she, I mean, we now know that she's branded. She's part of the whole DOS thing. Mm-hmm. And did they find out for sure now that she's having sex with him and group sex with him and all that stuff? Was that what came out? I can't remember now.
So someone kind of responded to this. Lisa Blancet said, India is now, she's happily engaged to New York chef Patrick D'Ignazio.
Oh, yeah, good.
So spoiler alert, they got her out. They succeeded, but we're not there yet in the series.
Okay.
So I don't know that they revealed that level of detail. I think we're all just sort of like getting there. You know what I mean? Like putting the pieces together ourselves. It's the style of this docuseries that they're fucking needling that shit in and like really building it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got her out. And also, Catherine Oxenberg produced a 2019 Lifetime movie that none of us have seen, and I will find it. It's called Escaping the NXIVM Cult, A Mother's Fight to Save Her Daughter.
No, a Lifetime movie? Come on.
On Lifetime, starring Peter Facinelli as Keith.
Oh my God.
Wait,
which upsets me because I love Peter Facinelli, and he in fact reminds me of my cousin-in-law Carl, who I fucking love.
Who's Peter Facinelli? Who is that?
He was in Can't Hardly Wait.
And in the Twilight?
And Twilight.
Movies? I hate that.
You've seen Can't Hardly Wait. He plays like the jock who breaks up with the girlfriend and wants everybody else to break up with their girlfriends too.
It's been a long time, but I probably would recognize him.
He does not look like Keith.
No.
Okay. Very handsome. He looks very Greek.
Jamie Kame, I just brought this up on the screen, but in a weird way that brand is a badge of honor, a physical symbol of the bullshit she went through. So I get it. So yeah, I guess, that makes sense.
That does that.
I mean, it makes sense, but like, I know what you're saying, Michelle, because like, even if you really did want to share that and you're like, I went through this and it's, it's heavy on my soul. Like maybe just come at it from like with a little more finesse, like you said, like, hey, I know this
sensitivity, yeah,
just like
the mother of sorry, Emily Streeter.
Yeah,
she says that they found in her diary that she was having sex with him, didn't they? That's right.
Right, and the brand and the vow and all of that.
Yeah, that whole crazy journal that she had. That's right.
So at trial, a witness testified that India spent an entire year on a 500 calorie a day diet.
100 calories a day?
500.
Oh, okay. That's bad too.
Wow.
I mean, if you walk up the stairs a couple times and eat a stalk of celery, there's 500 calories.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's like, there's so many, it's just all so terrible. But like the fact that now we know that this is like what Keith Raniere preferred sexually was a starved woman, like just bones popping out of their skin. Is just really, we didn't need an extra thing, but there it is.
Which I think keeps a woman's body looking, stay with me here, young looking.
Yes.
Like teenage looking. And when you dig into Keith Raniere's past and all of his propensities for 15-year-old girls, that's like the age he likes. It's no wonder he was trying to like keep these women looking 15 years old.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and the whole power thing of like telling them that that's all they can eat and them actually doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, 15.
This is interesting. Amber R. 500 calories makes your brain stop working. That's partly why he was having them do it.
That makes
That makes sense.
Yeah, you're like delirious.
Yeah. Can we talk about Alison Mack?
Oh, yes, we can.
I want to throat like punch her every time I see her though.
That's one of my favorite things you say. I want to throw. Oh.
Right.
Or wait, it's like that. I'm sorry. Is it like that? It's like that.
Well,
like
it's I feel like this would hurt my fingers, so I'd rather just punch her in the throat. Like, yeah.
Oh my God. Well, yeah. Please, let's go. Someone go.
So I found a lot of really interesting little nuggets on Alison Mack that I'm sure will come out later. But Alison Mack, we know, was like she ascended into like the number 2 position, like the deputy position of NXIVM. I don't know how she like squeezed out Nancy Salzman, maybe because of that WAP. I'm just like,
wait, you don't know how what?
The sex, the WAP.
Yeah, because Nancy was the number 2 for such a long time. She's the co-founder, right?
Yeah.
But then
Still disturbed
she
about
ascended,
that.
Alison Mack ascended, her initials and Keith's initials are together now, part of the brand.
Yes.
She, of course, was the founder of DOS.
Mm-hmm.
She...
Yeah, like what, I mean, obviously it was like kind of Keith's idea, but was it like her idea too?
I think it was her idea with Keith's blessing, maybe his influence moreover. But it says that maybe it's not entirely true, but it says that she's the founder of DOS.
Alison Mack.
Alison Mack. Gross. So
yeah,
let's see here. Here's some little nuggets about her. So Alison Mack, she used to be on she's an actress, right? Actor, and she was on Smallville and some other stuff. Here's some of the other stuff that she was in. She was in that movie Camp Nowhere. Do you remember this from the 90s?
Vaguely.
Here is what I found interesting about Camp Nowhere, because I loved that movie. I saw it in the theater because I loved Andrew Keegan. Remember? He was in that movie too? Yes. Andrew Keegan started a ding-dang religious cult in Newport Beach, California, and he got in trouble for I'm so excited. I can't even spit this out. Cults. He got in trouble for producing and distributing kombucha without a liquor license because it's technically alcoholic.
Right.
So Andrew Keegan, cult. Alison Mack, cult. Also, Jonathan Jackson, who was the star of that movie, founded an Orthodox monastery in Ireland. I'm not calling that a cult. I'm just saying it's very extreme.
It is extreme.
Orthodox what?
I don't know. Orthodox with a capital O. Is that its own thing?
No, I think it's Orthodox something.
Here, let's Google it. Google.
Orthodox Jewish, Orthodox
Greek,
Catholicism. I don't know. I feel like it's a descriptor. I don't know that it's all by itself.
Orthodox Christianity.
Okay.
Which I did not know was a thing, but apparently it is a thing.
That's kind of weird. Okay.
But he founded an Orthodox monastery in Ireland.
Okay.
Wow.
That's a lot of people in this cast.
That really
got real extreme. What were they doing on that set? I don't know. Maybe that's another video.
Lisa Bilson, this is nice. She said, I need to know where to watch The Vow in Canada.
Oh, they don't have HBO in Canada.
They don't have HBO in Canada?
No, they do, but I think the programming is different.
Oh, yeah. I remember that I do remember that.
Hi, Lisa.
HBO was not available in Canada as a standalone channel.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's only included with a subscription to Crave. That's what Google said. Sorry, girl.
Everyone's saying Crave. People are screaming Crave on here. Okay. So
Lisa, it's on Crave. Okay. I wonder if it's on some hacked version is on YouTube somewhere.
Oh yeah, probably.
Okay, so there was a couple other little wayward actors that got scooped up into NXIVM, right?
Yeah, they were all sort of connected to other Alison Mack.
Right.
Other Smallville chick.
Right. Who defected pretty early on. But Nikki Klein is another actor who was on Battlestar Galactica who got roped in. Alison Mack married Nikki Klein.
Oh, that's right. But wait,
Right.
didn't Keith ask her to do it so that she could stay in the country?
Yes, this was as a sham to get around U.S. immigration laws, because Nikki is Canadian.
Right.
Wow.
A
Okay.
scandalo. Also, Nikki
Wow.
is one of the dancers. So, we were talking about this earlier. So, Keith is in prison. Spoiler alert. And starting in July, so just recently, a couple months ago, some of the NXIVM loyalists, including old Nikki Klein, are protest dancing outside the detention facility.
Dancing.
Dancing.
Dancing. Yeah. Bless. I don't know what that does.
Because, yeah. Okay. Right. Wow. Okay, we need to go back to Alison Mack. First of all, who is the actress on SNL? Her name is Chloe. Do we know?
I don't know.
Okay, well, she's fantastic. I mean, I don't watch SNL all the time, but she's incredible in impersonations. And
Chloe Ting?
What? Yes.
Are you sure her name's Chloe?
She's blonde.
Chloe Feynman?
Yes. Yes. I guess I could have just Googled that myself. Thank you. She is fantastic at impersonations, and she does a dead-on Alison Mack that is like to die for. It's lots of teeth and like laughter and just anyway. But I just eyes, and just like she was starving, and it's like that one interview that's like very well filmed. It's not the first interview where they meet, but like the one where she's having this conversation with Keith, where he's in the sweater, and it's just. I mean, I don't mean to make light of this because it's not okay, but she was starving, and like her head is so large on her tiny body.
Yeah. Her shoulders are like here.
And then her
neck.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's very disturbing.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's some shots of her that are candid of her working with people, and she looks miserable. I mean, she just looks like pained and wasting away, and I don't know. Anyway, I have a lot to say about her, but she's also the worst.
So she was arrested and charged with sex trafficking.
Good.
Conspiracy about the sex trafficking and forced labor.
Okay.
But she pled guilty instead to racketeering, and her sentence was postponed. But based on that charge, she faces a 15-year minimum.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
They released her on $5 million bond. That's that Seagram's money, girl.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's Seagram's family, because it's like two of them, right? It's like the mom and the daughter?
It's I think they're sisters.
Oh, sisters.
These
okay.
two, and their dad, they brought their dad, who's like the CEO of Seagram, right?
Yeah.
They brought him to one of those weekend things, and he was like, "Oh, that's a cult. Bye."
Yeah, he was like, "This is bullshit."
Yeah.
I don't know why he didn't drag them with him when he left.
Or cut them off. Like, you can't have my money for your weird cult. That's a no for me, dog.
Yeah. Wow, there's so much information. I don't even
so much
know what to respond to.
Well, the little bombs that they keep dropping in episode 5, which they haven't like expounded on, is all of the underage sex that apparently Keith was having, raping all these girls, and like they're like kind of mentioning the girl, and just I don't know, they had like some overlay of text that was like, he took my innocence or whatever, but they're really not getting into it. I don't know if they're trying to protect these people's identities or whatever, but they're just kind of like dropping it, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. No, there's definitely a pattern. I feel like they're definitely teasing all of the legal stuff. But yeah, I think they're gonna really get into like stuff that's gonna take your breath away.
Yeah, the good stuff.
Like really challenge you to keep watching. But like there's a long pattern of him in like 15-year-old girls. And deaths. Like there's like 4 deaths.
Oh wait, didn't one like kill themselves?
One killed herself. Allegedly.
Outside of the Dalai, some Buddhist something or other, she killed her. She was 33 years old and she killed herself.
There's another one who died at 15. There's another one who there's a couple more who died under very mysterious circumstances where he, and I might be getting this crossed, but like he alleges that they had some kind of terminal disease, like a cancer or something, but then they had high levels of like barium and stuff in their system.
What is that? What's barium?
I'm sure it's in some kind of poison compound.
Yeah.
Were they poisoned?
Wow.
Oh no.
Wow.
Dr. Tyler says that they use barium for x-rays.
Okay.
So it's like
let me consult the interwebs. That's where all the answers
well, so Karen said sounds like Epstein and Maxwell, and I believe there is an Epstein correlation, right?
They're
There's
involved.
a connection. They're involved, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's cool.
Alan Dershowitz, remember? He was the lawyer for Epstein, is the NXIVM lawyer.
Grotesque. He's grotesque. He is a gargoyle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was thinking when they have sorry, I keep referring back to that meeting when he first met Alison Mack, but it was so epic. And at the end, when the meeting is ending, they're flirting. And he's like, "Are you a hugger?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm a hugger and a kisser." And he's like, "Oh," and then they kiss.
Oh my God, I was like,
It's awful. And then, wait, that's not the end. He's like, oh, and then he walks away and he turns around and he says, "Cute voice." And she said, "You too." And I was like, "Cute voice? Who the hell says that?" That's
weird.
Fucking weird as hell. Cute voice.
It's so weird. But
Ew.
he was like walking away and he just like kept turning around and like spinning around and like looking and then like looking over his shoulder at her. I was like, what's wrong with you?
No, it's crazy. Yeah, it's like, it really looks, it's like middle school or like high school. It's bizarre.
Yeah. Oh.
Cute voice. Okay, got it. And
Yeah.
poor Allison, she felt the need to say "you too." One of those awkward moments. You're like, this doesn't apply. You too.
Enjoy your movie. You too.
Yeah.
I mean, thank you for the popcorn.
Nope.
Man.
Oh my. Hang on, I'm trying to find this there's just so much, like all you have to do is just like a simple cursory Google search and you're just like, what?
Well, and then there's Kristen Kruk, who was the legal liaison. That's what it gets into in like the last episode, where she was like so hardcore for NXIVM, and there's this footage of her when she's younger, and she's like, no one's gonna fuck with NXIVM. They're gonna be like, yeah, no one fucked with us, and all this crazy
scorch
stuff.
the earth.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, Leslie. Oh, thank you, Leslie Mills, for the super chat.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cute voice. Ew. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's. Oh wait, what was I saying? I don't know.
The lawyer, the legal.
Oh yeah, she was just so intense about it, and then she kind of plotted and planned to get out. So she was suspicious of Keith, and then there's that really awkward video where like she kind of shuts him down. That recording where he's trying to like kind of kid with her or something, and she's like, "Okay, stop now," and he's like, "I can and I will stop," and she's like, "Okay," and it's just like super awkward. I mean, I'm like, wow.
Wait, that's the one that's pregnant.
Yes, she had his child.
Yeah. Okay. That's sorry.
That's Boucher.
No, that's not Boucher.
No.
This
No.
is
Go ahead, Kate.
no, I don't know. This is Karen Kristen.
Kristen
Kruk.
the episode starts with her talking.
Yep.
And she actually talks really quickly and she seems a little erratic.
Yes.
And then you find out that she's pregnant. And then it kind of, I guess, backs into her story a little bit. And so they show her at Nexium still kind of working with Keith, but she's like kind of plotting her exit. And she's like, he's on to me or something. He can tell.
Yeah.
Kristen
Yes.
Keith. Kruk is the other actor.
Oh my
that
God, I'm
defected.
sorry. Kristen Keith. Yes,
Kristen
you're right.
Keith.
Kristen Keith.
It says that she gave birth to Rhaenyra's son Galen.
Oof, that name, really?
Yeah, just no judgment in the chat if your kid is named Galen, but also we're making fun of you. I have full sole legal custody of Galen. Keith was experimenting on him.
What?
I'm reading. This is a quote from an article.
Oh, okay.
Keith publicly described Rhaenyra as dangerous. Keith alleged that Nexium leaders had planned to lure critics to Mexico with an invitation to an anti-cult conference. One in Mexico, the critics were to be arrested on false charges by order of a judge who had been bribed. This is so crazy.
Wow. Whoa.
And this article about the Sun was published in the Times Union. Oh, yeah. Okay, I know who this is now. Sorry, I just saw her face. I'm like, oh, yes.
Yeah.
It's just talking about her defecting and taking the Sun and leaving. And...
Wow. Okay.
Whoa.
With the pillow on her stomach. Yeah, okay. Yes.
Whoa. Weird.
They haven't really gotten to the end of that story yet either, right? We just kind of like how she actually left. We know that she has left, and we saw parts of her at Nexium, but we haven't actually seen her journey, right?
Right. I don't know that she testified at the trial. I don't think she did. I don't think she was a key witness.
Does it say how he was experimenting on the child?
It does not say. I wonder if it was maybe mental or something. You know. So weird.
Wow, I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed.
It's so much.
It's a lot. Mrs. Unnecessary said, if I read this in a novel, I would have thought it was too far-fetched.
Right? Stranger than fiction.
Yeah.
Stranger than fiction.
Yeah. And it is like Scientology, Jane. Yes, absolutely. Like.
Mm-hmm.
Now, okay, I was talking to my husband about this because he's been watching The Vow. I've been forcing him to watch it with me. He thinks it's very slow. But, and just, you know, I'm just kind of going with it. I'm thinking, okay, here I am. I'm being presented this group that's going to help me succeed, right? And there's no one in there who is actually any better off than they were when they started. You have all these actors in there, kind of, I don't want to say B-list, but like we're not talking, you know, like Julia Roberts. So you have some, you know, actor, whatever. They don't seem any better off now that they've joined this group. So I don't understand what the appeal was. Like Scientology, if I was an actor and Tom Cruise and John Travolta came up to me and they'd be like, we're going to put you in a movie, I'd be like, I'm signing up. Like that to me makes a lot more sense than a cult like this one, where it doesn't seem like they're actually producing any winners. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Scientology, you have all of these huge people associated to it.
Right.
That at least makes sense to me to like join, where this wouldn't make any sense to me. It's just weird.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it really is a bunch of sort of like D-list actors.
But I wonder if they were preying on them in like more regular everyday interaction type of ways, right? Like in your life that you find challenging, right? So like let's say that you have a strained relationship with a sibling or a parent or something like that, and then they just get in your brain and wormhole a bunch of you know what I'm saying, like plant little seeds. And or remember in like episode 1 or 2 when they were talking about these like breakthroughs or whatever the hell they're calling them, where they're like breaking down these what your feelings are about a certain thing that maybe is like weighing on you, and that's intoxicating to people. They're like getting high off of feeling like they're overcoming shit.
Yeah.
You could just drink, bourbon. That would do the same thing.
Yeah, it's like, I guess, I maybe it's I guess it's the control. Like they actually felt like they were moving up in some way and they could control that, and they were like, I don't know. Sarah, you're going dark. Why? There you are.
Can you not hear me anymore?
No, we can hear you. It just like
your video went out for a little while, but you're back here.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Can you not see me now?
We can see you.
Well, I'm
Now we
super
can.
late.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I can't hear them anymore.
Right.
I don't know what I did.
We can see and hear you just fine.
Can you hear us?
I can't hear them anymore. What did I do? Oh no.
Oh. Can you hear us?
Oh crap.
Can you hear us?
I don't know what I did.
There was like a typing and then it happened. Like
Yeah.
I can't hear anybody. Can you see me?
Yes.
I don't know what happened.
Maybe go out and
No.
then Kate go back in.
I can hear you on Tyler's computer. You guys can hear me?
Yes.
Oh, this is a problem.
What if you leave and then come back in?
I'm sorry, guys.
They see you. I don't know about the sound. Someone wrote next to him found us.
They found us. Oh, no. I don't know why I
Tyler-
can't hear anybody anymore.
Tyler, do you think if she leaves and comes back, maybe? I don't know.
Okay. Well, crap. I don't know what I did.
People are saying they hear you and see you, but you just can't hear them.
Yeah, I can't hear anybody. I can see everybody.
Well, hold on. Oh. Okay. Can you hear us?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Kate,
Okay.
can you add it back in now?
Let me see. Hold, please. I think I can. 1 second. Oh, that's I see. That's okay. Got it. Maybe not. This is real life. This is like a slice of life. Isn't this exciting, everyone? Oh, guest. Here we go. Here we go. Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what the heck I did.
That's
Is
okay.
that person?
Keith, man. I don't know what I did. I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
okay,
sure
but you're back.
I just hosted like 2 minutes of talking.
No, it's fine. I'm just glad
Okay.
you got back in.
That is so weird. I don't know what I did.
No
I
worries.
was sitting here messing with my ear pods and I put them back in the case and then everything turned off. And it's like, I wasn't even using them.
Weird.
Wow. That is weird.
Anyway.
Whoa.
We got a super chat,
Oh.
and there's actually a very interesting comment along with it.
They were doing fear-based experiments on the women also, like making them watch women being beheaded. What?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it says in January of this year, the federal lawsuit filed in New York accused Raniere and 14 associates of conducting illegal psychological experiments on members of the company and abusing them physically, emotionally, and financially.
Oh my God.
Which is like the entire point of their, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Not surprised.
This
But
gets super freaky.
But it doesn't say how. But you can kind of I don't know, fill in the blanks yourself a little bit.
Right. Right. Oh, Kara-C is here. Hi, Kara-C.
Hi, Kara-C.
Wow. Okay. Gosh, this is moving at such a fast pace. I feel like I have so many thoughts and then it's just like the next thing. It's so crazy. There's 4 more episodes left, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot more to cover.
A lot more to cover. I'm sure that they're going to reveal like the I have the entire list of charges. If anyone wants to know against Keith.
Well, before you read that, I wanted to ask you, what do you guys think of Sarah and Mark? Do you have thoughts about Sarah and Mark?
I think Mark is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
weird.
Mark still seems like he's very measured in what he's saying. Like he's not just coming out with it or just kind of, I don't know, like digesting everything that's going on. I feel like he's still like, I don't know, almost like he's in a daze.
He's
like whatever.
very,
Yeah.
I feel like he's condescending, but I wonder if that's just his way of speaking. Tyler says he's a douchebag. Is that what you said?
He's douchey.
Yeah, he's kind of a douchebag. Yeah.
I feel like he's still like not 100% like with them, like fighting next to him. I feel like there's still a little bit of him that's just kind of like, I can't believe it, you know?
Where is he from? There's like there's a dialect.
South Africa.
He's from South Africa. That's right. Okay. So sometimes I wonder if, that can affect things like maybe there's a bit of a cultural difference. You know what I mean? Like maybe he's more like detached or, I don't know.
Right.
But he also is douchey. And I don't think that's a South African thing. I think he's a douche.
So when you hear, for example, when you hear Nippy
you can be South
about
African and a douche, but
that's true. When you hear Nippy talk about he was duped and he, put years of his life into this company and he's just like, this is just super fucked up, and you can hear it in his voice and, maybe the way that he talks about it, but like,
yeah,
I don't get that from Mark. And it's not, I don't think that he's still like in it, but maybe he's like holding on to some of the principles that maybe he liked and still help him. Because it seems like some of it is helpful. On paper, it seems like it's a great thing, some of it.
Sure. Yeah, I guess Nippy comes across angry, and rightfully so. Yeah. And Mark doesn't seem angry enough. He seems still like he's being like hit with all these things, and it's all still completely new to him. And I don't know. There's not enough, like, he's not angry enough.
Yeah. That's kind of, I feel that way about him. All of them, like Bonnie too. Like, there's just sort of like too much calmness happening.
Oh my God, Momo Kitty. Can we talk about how Mark doesn't know the difference between woman and women? I hear it too.
What?
I think it's the dialect thing. Like some of the ways he pronounces words when he's talking about all these things that they did to the women. He doesn't say women. He says woman. Like interchangeably.
The South African dialect is quite possibly the most complicated and unique dialect. It's just because it's a combination of all these things, and it can sound like other dialects, but yet not. It's so fascinating.
Yeah.
He also says burner tape or burner phones. I don't know why I have to do this, but burner phones at one point. And it literally, I've watched it more than once, and it sounds like burger phones. And I turned to Randy and I was like, burger phones?
What's a burger phone?
He's like, burner phones. And I'm like, okay, it sounds like burger.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh my God. Yeah. Bless you.
Oh, Momo Kitty said it's definitely a dialect thing. My ex was from South Africa, still bothers the hell out of me.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. So but Bonnie deserves more. I feel like Bonnie just never gets mentioned because she should, because she's like one of the first people who really got out right away.
Yeah. Is she not mentioned that much? Because she didn't get up at quite as high as like Sarah.
I guess I was just saying, I feel like when people talk about the vow, I feel like she doesn't come to mind, but like, she's kind of forgettable. I don't know. I don't feel like she has like a presence about her.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the other thing I wanted to say was the whole woman from Dynasty, Catherine Oxenberg, and her daughter India. Like, that whole conversation that Catherine has with Bonnie on the couch, where Bonnie's explaining to her like who NXIVM seeks out, and she's like, they're not these, you know, destitute, sad, pathetic, damaged people. They're successful people, and they're pretty people too. And it's like, it really irritated me, because I'm like, those two things can exist. Like, you can be a successful, beautiful person and be incredibly damaged or cripplingly insecure, which they tend to be, let's be honest. Like, I just think that's dumb. I thought it sounded really unintelligent. And I'm like, what?
It was too simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Totally agree. Bonnie wasn't suckered into DOS. Yeah, she got out too soon, so I feel like she doesn't have as much of a story to tell.
Right, yeah.
She saw through it before it really started to devolve.
I think actually, weren't they kind of like feeling her out for it? And isn't that why she left? Isn't that when she was like, this is getting crazy? I think they were asking for like collateral, and maybe they were mentioning the master slave thing. Am I making that up?
I think that was Sarah.
Like, because remember when Bonnie gets out, she's like walking outside on the phone. This is like maybe episode 2.
Yeah.
She's talking to Mark. But she's like recalling something like, this is starting to get really like fucked up.
Yeah.
Maybe they were just starting to feel her out, and she was like, no.
Yeah. I just, and then there's that woman we don't know, Jane. We're not going to see her face. You know, where she tells her story, and that's creepy. Like how she got that woman she became friends with, and just seems so cool. And then,
right.
Yeah.
That was so interesting too, because the woman that brought her in was Black, and she was like, if she's okay with the whole master slave, like I guess I'm okay with it too. It was like, it was the justifying of it all was interesting.
Right, because it honestly does feel, I mean, let's be honest, cults are a white person thing for the most part. I mean, you don't see a lot of Black people in cults. I mean, it's a bunch of white people kumbayaing out in the forest, frolicking about, thinking they've discovered the secret of life. So it would be very perhaps convincing or compelling if a person of color was like, there's this thing, and I don't know. I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right. I feel like that was part of it. Like they were purposefully trying to diversify it.
Oh, I'm sure.
To like really legitimize it and all of those things. In my research, it says that in the trial of Keith, the witnesses included Lauren, who defected. I'm sure we're going to see that shit in the show. Mark Vicente, which no surprise, and then 3 anonymous victims that they named, like a fake name in the trial. I didn't write that down, but 3. But the defense rested without calling any witnesses.
The defense what? What did you say?
The defense of the trial, because that was the prosecution side. Those witnesses were for the prosecution. The defense had no witnesses.
That's really odd. Although, who could they call?
Unless all of those lawyers for the defense, except for what's his name? The Epstein Dershowitz.
Alan Dershowitz.
Maybe they were all NXIVM people, and they're like, we don't need it. We're gonna just use our mind powers or whatever.
Right.
To win this.
Wow. Oh, people are saying Jonestown had a lot of people of color. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know. That's Kool-Aid.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I actually don't know much about Jonestown.
That's
that's
a good one.
That's like the origin of the drink the Kool-Aid phrase.
It is.
It literally did.
Drink the Kool-Aid. Yeah, but all these people are definitely like pounding the Kool-Aid Jonestown style in NXIVM show.
This is unnecessary. Keith probably thought he could look into the eyes of the jurors and win. Maybe he thought he could. entrance them with his open
Yeah.
mouth gaze.
Well, I mean, it seemed to have worked before. Is it working? Guys, is it working?
That's our thumbnail.
Oh, man.
Man. Woo.
Wow. So much. So wait, so Keith is he's in prison?
Oh yeah. Okay, so
tell us.
He was found guilty at trial in 2019, so pretty recently, you guys. So he was found guilty. And all of the things added up, I'll tell you what they are, but he's facing 15 years minimum, maximum life,
Okay,
potentially
well,
life sentence.
that's about right.
Okay, so he was found guilty of sexual exploitation of a child, possession of child pornography, 2 counts of sex trafficking, 5 counts of identity theft, 1 count of labor trafficking, 1 count of forced labor, conspiracy to alter records, conspiracy to sex trafficking, forced labor, racketeering, and wire fraud.
Wow.
Okay, so think about all of the things that he actually did. These are the things that they had enough evidence to convict him on.
Right.
Okay, so he might have been charged with more, but this is just what he was found guilty of.
It's just the tip, yeah.
Yeah.
Iceberg. Okay, the top of that pyramid scheme, that's what he got found guilty of. All this stuff down
and
here.
These are all federal charges, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So his sentencing is scheduled for October 27th, by the by. So we'll have to update.
Oh, my God.
We should all go to the detention facility and dance.
Against him.
We can have a dance off.
Dancing, how do you do that? You're just like,
yes.
He'd get the wrong idea though, and he'd think we were dancing for him, so we can't. We can't do that. But so many people are saying, and I totally get it because he's a dweeb. But like people are like, I can't believe people trusted him, and I can't believe it was him, and I'm like, I just feel like confidence goes such a long way. And like if someone believes, and he was very intelligent, or he is very intelligent, so like that just goes to show you confidence, man.
I have to say that some of that stuff was like exaggerated. Let me look him up.
What was it? Oh,
they were saying that he's like a black belt and all this crap, and he's this and that, and can speak all these languages, and is a pianist and all this.
Yeah.
I'm squinting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same.
He graduated from Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute with a 2.26. Whoa, brain buster. Look at the big brain on Keith.
Oh boy. I guess it was all in here. He didn't apply it.
He was too
right.
Yeah.
Right. He didn't need to do that.
When you go to his Wikipedia page, and it's Wikipedia, okay, you guys, I'm just saying, it's Wikipedia. However, Wikipedia, okay, lots of sources. There's a lot of the death of Gina Hutchinson, the disappearance of Kristen Snyder. So Gina Hutchinson had been sexually involved with adult Keith from 1984 on, when she was 15. And she died. She died of a gunshot wound to the head. Her death was ruled a suicide. It's like, was it though?
Okay.
Kristen Marie Snyder is the one who, she's the one who, this is crazy, you guys. Okay. From the Wikipedias.
Okay.
So she enrolled in the 16-day personal development course in Anchorage, Alaska. NXIVM. Okay. Then the following January, she traveled to New York, to Albany, the hub of everything important in life.
Yeah, everything happens there.
To visit Keith. Snyder's mother recalled that her daughter, quote, had come to believe that she was responsible for the Columbia shuttle disaster.
Okay.
And thought Keith was incredible. Snyder, accompanied by her partner, signed up for a second 16-day session in Anchorage. Clifford later reported that on the 10th day of the course, Snyder began making suicide threats. On February 3rd, 2003, she was last seen leaving the NXIVM seminar in which she claimed she had become pregnant with Ranieri's child.
Oh my God!
2 days later, police found a note that read as follows, quote, I attended a course called Executive Success Programs, ... based out of Anchorage, Alaska and Albany, New York. I was brainwashed and my emotional center of the brain was killed/turned off. I still have feeling in my external skin, but my internal organs are rotting. I'm sorry, life. I didn't know I was already dead. No need to search for my body.
Okay, well, the Dalai Lama said rotting.
Rotten.
He called it rotten inside.
Rotten inside.
So much.
I know. Jane is saying mental illness. I mean, that's absolutely. I mean, that person's obviously very mentally ill. That's just sad.
It's very sad.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
It says live-in girlfriends Barbara Jeske and Pam Cafferts both died of cancer.
Okay, yeah. So
Cancer.
Pam is in the documentary. Do you remember her? She is very gaunt in the documentary, and she's who he met when they were like kids. She was like 26 and he met her on the ski slopes.
Oh, weren't they married?
What's that?
Weren't they married?
Oh, were they?
Or were they just like partners?
I think they were I don't know. I think they were just partners, but she described their meeting as like, he's like, I don't know. It was so weird. Something about like, he's like, follow me. And she's like, okay, or something. It was super creepy. I was like, wow, that makes sense. That adds up. Okay. I'll follow you.
Wow.
So I need to find this. I'm obsessed now. So there's a 2-hour special on Investigation Discovery called The Lost Women of NXIVM. Or if you're Mark Vicente, The Lost Woman of NXIVM.
Yeah. It's interchangeable.
So it says, according to that program, a woman who lived with Keith developed bladder cancer and submitted a hair sample. And the sample revealed evidence of dangerous levels of bismuth and barium.
That seems to be his point of choice.
Wow.
Very interesting.
Wow.
I'm going to find this. I'm going to find it. I'm going to watch it. Okay.
Wait, where is it?
On Investigation Discovery. Sometimes it's on YouTube, just on there.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's Amber R. It's so crazy that people were like, sign me up for this stuff. I mean, honestly, I think it's crazy. I think all three of us, like, I'm so, as I've said, like, I hate all group mentalities. I wasn't raised religious. But I have been to church, don't like camp, don't like parades, don't like the circus, don't like the zoo, don't anywhere where people, like large groups of people culminate. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to circle up and I don't want to kumbaya and like have a time with you. And so like anything that's like those things, I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
Nope. So I totally agree, but I think that there are a lot of people, well, obviously,
who love it.
Yeah.
People love it. They want to be part of something.
It's like they said it's like a sorority those women were a part of.
Michelle, were you in a sorority? Kate, were you in a sorority? Tell us.
Did they have them at NYU? I'm not even sure. I'm sure they
have them everywhere, don't they? Kate, were you in a sorority?
I was not. Were you?
No, girl. I always said I will not pay for my friends. And then people were like, oh, if I'm paying for my friends, I'm not paying nearly enough.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here with that shit.
Sorry. Well, I was really delayed on that response, but that really hit.
No, I remember in school, like a lot of my friends were like, I'm rushing. I'm like, oh, I'm one of the nerds.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I don't think I even know anyone that was in a sorority. It was not a big thing at NYU, obviously. NYU is a very not normal kind of school.
Yeah. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, sororities and fraternities don't have a good rap. I mean, like, who are we trying to kid? Like, it's just not, it's generally not a good scene. And I feel like I can say that as the daughter of a person who was the dean of students at a couple institutions, and the late night calls of all the shit that was going on was rule. So no. And it was always the fraternities. Always.
Yeah.
Because it's trash.
Yeah.
I mean, not always, but mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a bad, it's like the perfect storm of like that age being like free for the first time you're at college. It's just a bad idea. It's just a bad idea.
It's about, Joanna Yoss, I think she works at NYU. She said NYU does have them, but no one cares.
Oh, okay. Momo says, Sarah, do you have any info about the woman that Keith locked into a room for 2 years? What? Oh, we lost Kate.
No, I'm here. Okay.
I
just, hold on a second. I'm dimming my lights because I'm losing battery here. Okay.
Oh shit.
It's okay.
We'll have to wrap it up.
No, it's okay. It's for a while.
I don't know the particulars. I don't know who the person was, but it's apparently somebody that Keith was in a Keith relationship with, who she kissed another man, and he became so upset that he demanded that she be locked in a room that only had a camera. And I'm gonna find it. Stand by. Hold please. For 2 years. Locked up. This person.
Oh my God.
Hold please.
Sorry, I am still here, but I am dimming my lights because it helps. It helps. And I got my ring light. Okay. All right, here we go.
Oh, here we go. In March 2010, Raniere learned that an Inner Circle member, Daniela, had kissed another man. According to 2019 trial testimony, upon hearing the news, Raniere locked himself in a bathroom. Oh, my bad. Therefore, he ordered that Daniela be confined to a room with only a mattress and video cameras, where she was held for almost 2 years.
Oh, my God. What?
What's happening?
Whoa. Wow. I feel like there's a lot this documentary hasn't gotten to yet.
A lot. I will be right back.
We need to watch this 2-hour investigation discovery movie, and we need to watch the Escaping the Nexium Cult.
Okay, can I stream that? I guess investigation discovery. Okay, I'm on it. I'll find it somewhere.
It might be on Apple TV. Sometimes they have that app.
Okay. You know? Yeah.
I'm gonna look tonight. As soon as we sign off.
Immediately.
I think Master Michi had to go pray to Keith or whatever it is. She's dancing.
Having a dance party.
Yes.
And there really are so many characters like that. I don't know. I think we've mentioned most people, most of the main players, but the only person I actually like is Nippy.
Nippy's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seems like a good guy. I mean, honestly, he seems so solid. I don't know how the hell he got sucked into that, but okay.
Right. Nippy and Bonnie seems like she's pretty well adjusted.
Yes, she does. And I think that's the thing. Like Bonnie, she deserves a lot more credit, but she defers to Mark a lot because he's the one. They're a couple, and I feel like he's kind of running the show. So I think that's probably why she falls to the wayside. But yeah.
Does anyone know how any of these people are making any money while all of this is going on? Sarah, Nippy, Mark,
right,
Bonnie, because they seem like 24/7. They're just working on trying to get evidence or whatever. And I'm like,
are they still drawing a salary or some kind of income from enrolling other people?
Do you think they made money off of selling the footage to HBO? Do you think that's a thing?
I hope so.
They probably did at the end, but I think in the making, they probably had no money.
Ooh, Gypsy Shadow says the lost woman of Nexium is on Hulu.
Oh, thanks, my God.
Yes.
We will watch it tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. So I hate to ruin the party, but I think that I'm running a little low.
You're
on
good,
the
girl. I
juice.
think we've had enough. We've had almost 2 hours of this.
Yeah.
But this has been really, I mean, yeah, there's more to come. Someone said we should do a live stream around the sentencing, which would be fun.
We should, and I bet you
yeah.
they're timing it to where like the 9th episode is going to air right around that time. Now that I think about it.
Okay.
Good for you, HBO.
Smart. HBO's on it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So this is the midpoint, right? We're going to wrap it up once we see all the bonkers shit.
Sunday night. So everyone get ready.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or drink. Raise a glass, man.
Yes. Yeah. Well, this was so great. We try to do this like every other week. So, the next time it'll be on probably Sarah's channel.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And and thank you both for being here. This was so great.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. And now we're going to go find those shows to watch about NXIVM.
Oh, it's on. It's on.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Okay. See you next time.
Bye. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Bye. Wait.
Still waving.